Thomas Pellereau.
Right, tally-ho!
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are offering the freshest tomato soup you will find in the area.
Mad inventor.
OK, lots of ideas. We've got temperature on this day. It will tell you the temperature in London of this day exactly a year ago.
Or genuine genius.
I'll do some press-ups to get a faster heart.
Press-ups?
Is he really doing press-ups?
Tom does really think outside of the box, ordinary people's boxes then perhaps, and he does come up with some, really crazy ideas.
The first one is this concept of a emergency biscuit. So something's gone wrong and you need, like, an emergency biscuit.
You just put the phone down and you think, oh, I have to have, like, sugar or something. You rush to the cupboard and get out a biscuit.
OK, lead balloon. Moving on. We can do it, we can do it. Come on, let's go.
I think that Tom has got a lot of brain power. I think he's got a lot of creativity and imagination.
I've definitely heard people refer to my brother as a crazy inventor.
A traffic light.
Just having traffic lights, or...?
Yeah. I didn't really think it through much more than that. Scrub it off.
His mind is always jumping around from one thing to another.
I think I wanted to be an inventor since I was 4.
Tom grew up in Hampshire. From an early age, he was on the road to product design.
I always knew I wanted to make something that would be on the shelves that I could buy or other people could buy.
Tom was a very happy little lad. He was an easygoing, chatty, sociable, loving little fellow. My father had a workshop, and Tom and he were always disappearing off down into it to tinker away with making things.
Oh, it's going well, yes, Tom, yeah. Got such a strong mass now.
Because of my dyslexia, I was rubbish at some things. Like, I'm rubbish at languages and English, so I was always going to be scientific and making stuff. For me, math, science and design technology were just obvious choices, and I really, really enjoyed doing them.
The advantages of dyslexia are that you are much better at adapting and you can go underneath and over the top of a problem. Not take the direct route, but you can find out other ways of problem solving. Tom's good at that.
Dyslexia made me seem to think slightly differently. Ideas would come from all different places. I had to learn how to kind of map things out, but I realised that in some things I could visualise things much better than other people.
In the tasks, there were 2 Toms.
I'm going to try and make a biscuit within a biscuit.
The boffin.
Digestive on the outside and a different biscuit in the middle.
And the number cruncher.
The treatment profit is 96% margin.
Right, thank you. That's really good that you worked that out.
He can give you the information that you need that you would get from, say, an accountant in a real-life business.
400, 390, 390 plus 350.
We call him Tom the Notebook. Everything is jotted down, all his calculations are there. Actually, he's not scribbling for the hell of it. He's scribbling to compute the issues.
So our total best case is just under £2,000.
Brilliant. That's good, eh?
Sorry, I wasn't really paying much attention.
The devil is very often in the detail. It can be the small little spanner that upsets the whole machine, that everything breaks down. So I've always found that working out the details is very, very, very important.
One problem he couldn't solve, he kept on losing.
Your home was the winners.
Well, the world woke up. The 24-hour figure was 10,667.
Susan, it's a win. It's a win by 8 quid. Vincent and Tom, we really have to stop meeting like this. You're like a couple of stalkers.
Tom has got to be one of the most frustrating sort of characters we've ever had. He has the most appalling record of losses, and yet we know, we can recognise that he's smart.
Well, I'm personally getting pretty fed up of this place.
But he just doesn't seem to be able to push him forward. He needs a bit more steel.
I found this process pretty tough, but especially the kind of being ruthless, especially when kind of in the boardroom and you're saying, this is what they did wrong, this is what I did right.
Tom, you've lost every single task.
Yes, sir.
In defeat,
That's right. I think at the beginning we lacked a certain level of structure. We didn't have enough organisation.
His defence was always the same.
It wasn't communicated that we were making a luxury product, and so if I'd realised that, I wouldn't have selected digestive.
You know, I don't know if I classify you as the hindsight man. I see you in this boardroom, keep talking about all the things that shouldn't have gone wrong, what we should have done, what we shouldn't have done, OK? It's like a broken record.
I then got a reputation of being Mr. Hindsight, which was actually a bit unfair in the fact that I knew that we were doing things wrong, but the others wouldn't listen.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's the frustrating thing about Tom. I don't know why he can't get it over when he's in the task.
Every week we hear, oh, I'm learning, and next time it'll all be great. I think at some point he's actually got to get it right.
Week 6 was make or break. The rubbish task.
What is valuable now? No, metals are very valuable at the moment.
Tom got his ideas in early.
I have a feeling that if we stuck for a strategy of finding good metals and just stuck with those, then we know how much we get from selling them. We've got the boys on board. I've got a barbecue here. We can't just take that, can we?
Not at all, no.
We've been told that people have heavy metal,
Old bicycles.
girders. Our
There's
first
some
bit
there.
of metal. Come on, come on.
Your profit was £712.
The highest moment was winning the rubbish task.
Tom, you've had your first win.
I was literally like, the emotion, the relief, the kind of almost collapsingness of it.
And I'll see you on the next task. Have a good time.
He worked out all the calculations and they really did pay off, and that was a really important moment for Tom, that he could prove and that he could add value to a team.
So Helen, is this what all the treats are like?
Yes, but they're getting better.
They're getting better every time?
They're getting better every week, yeah.
While on the magazine task,
We need to think of a unique selling point for our lads magazine.
it was goodbye, Mr. Hindsight,
We could do like an entrepreneurial sort of side, because a lot of people are starting their own business at the moment.
and hello, Mr. Foresight.
Thinking business and you're thinking surfing. Can we try with the working hard hat as well?
And another win.
That's a very, very good deal.
He's always been a trier, he's always worked hard. We know that if you work hard, you'll get through.
After scoring a first in Engineering Masters and driven by the need to invent, Tom went on the hunt for commercial opportunities.
So my situation was, I didn't have that much money or contacts in certain areas. So I was like, okay, I can't really invent a new car. I can't invent spaceships or, golf clubs because I don't have the investment. But which areas can I do? And ended up in nail files.
I invented the world's first curved nail file, which means it gets a nice smooth edge.
It had never been done before, but when I showed it to people, they were just like, it's just obvious.
It went from something I made in the kitchen to the shelves of major retailers in the UK and America.
When I first invented the product, I was very naive, very young, and really didn't understand many aspects of business. As a result of going through this, I've learned a huge amount, and it spurred me on massively to the next one and the next one.
You reckon yourself you're like a mini Dyson then, do you?
I believe that I have the potential to be far greater than Dyson and other British inventors. I believe I can keep on coming up with the ideas, and working with someone like yourself, I can create something massive.
If Lord Sugar was to go into business with Tom, he could certainly rely on Tom for all of those detailed calculations, the money and all the rest of it. And added to that, Tom has got one huge benefit. He can conceive and design products, take them to market. Hugely important. But, and it's a big but, Tom lacks backbone.
If you nod your head anymore, I'm going to put you on the back seat of my bloody car.
But on the other hand, Lord Sugar's got plenty of that. Maybe there'd be a great complementary match.
Whilst I might be a nice guy, I'm certainly no pushover, because I've had to really, really fight to stay in this process.
We've got some very special offers for today only. I know there's a lot of interest in the Bulldogs.
I've had to continuously prove why, first of all, I'm not at fault for the task failing, and then also proving why I should be in this process and why I am a worthy business partner. I know that this could change my life. The prospect of the investment and working with Lord Sugar is such an immense driver to stay here and to make this happen.
10 weeks gone. 2 to go. With victory in reach, each must push harder. Facing them, 2 even tougher tests.
These candidates have done incredibly well to get this far. A lot of bright, capable candidates have fallen by the wayside. But there are 2 huge tasks ahead of them. This is the home run.
You have to have a goal. You have to have a focus. It's not arrogance, but I'm here to become Lord Sugar's business partner. I believe I've got the full package and everything that he needs to make a business successful.
I've won 9 out of 10 tasks so far. I've done everything that's been asked from me.
I really, really want this. I've worked extremely hard to get to the position I am in life, and I'm willing to give that all up to start a business with Lord Sugar.
I deserve to be Lord Sugar's business partner because of my passion to make it happen, my ideas that can be commercialised and make huge profits, and my experience in terms of making that happen.
I think that I deserve to be Lord Sugar's business partner more so than anyone else in this process because I am incredibly determined, I am so focused, I'm so enthusiastic about the task at hand, and I believe that I have more common sense with regards to business than anyone else.
I don't see anything as being unobtainable to me. I've got an aggression in a really positive way to achieve. If you don't get in the ring and fight, then you're going to get knocked down.
All 5 have done really well to get to this stage, but we haven't seen their business plans yet. And that is going to have a huge bearing on Lord Sugar's decision about who he wants to go into business with.
5 candidates. 1 prize. A 50-50 partnership in a brand new business with Lord Sugar.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lord Sugar.
Creating fast food restaurants, the candidates have a lot on their plates. The Apprentice continues Wednesday at 9 here on BBC One. Well, if we're on BBC Two now, it's Funny Business with Mock the Week.
Here's what we're going to do. When I say business, you say...
Business.
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 What is going on? I say win, you say... Win. Win. You lost the task. Scratch.
Cloche or whatever.
When I say money, you say...
1 penny.
Nonsense, man. That's nonsense. When I say sell stuff, you say...
You're pretty.
I'm now focusing, okay.
You're fired.
Okay with you, Batman?
Rewind The Apprentice. Watch the series so far on BBC iPlayer.